Nigel Farage has triggered a political storm that could reshape Britain's local governance. He's accusing councils of a decade of deception, years of wasteful spending, bloated contracts, and mismanagement. This time, he's armed with evidence. Farage launched an investigation into 10 Reform UK-led councils, deploying forensic accountants, legal experts, and analysts. Early findings are alarming. Taxpayer money poured into unused recycling plants, luxury furniture, inflated consultancy fees, and unnecessary diversity training, while essential services collapse. It started with suspicious invoices in Whisper. His team soon uncovered ghost employees, overseas retreats disguised as policy events, and procurement deals benefiting insiders. In West Northamptonshire, a single waste consultant received £44,000. The outcome? Worse bin collections. One resident summed it up: "There's always money for consultants, never for essentials." In Lancashire, a council signed a £500,000 ergonomic chair deal, while schools and care homes pleaded for help. Investigators suspect inflated pricing and no competitive bidding. Northamptonshire spent £1.1 million on free vapes to help residents quit smoking, but no performance data was collected. The supplier had ties to council members. Lincolnshire spent £11,500 annually on 8 diversity training sessions while cutting adult social care. Across councils, Farage's team found decisions detached from everyday struggles. As taxes rise, councils approve 6-figure PR contracts and fund websites few use. Officials evade questions with jargon. Citizens seeking answers are ignored. A Reform UK councillor described the system as like moving through wet cement. In Derbyshire, a £150 million recycling plant now sits decaying. Once hailed as a green future, it was rushed, awarded to an inexperienced firm, and plagued by faults and overruns. It shut down within 2 years. No jobs, no growth, just a bill for taxpayers. In Kent, £300,000 was spent on strategic international collaboration, which translated to luxury trips to Brussels, Berlin, and Dubai. Chauffeured cars, fine dining, and 5-star hotels, all billed to councils. Meanwhile, libraries closed and elderly residents travelled miles for medical care. One councillor claimed £9,000 for diplomatic engagement. Farage called it what it was. Not diplomacy, it's theft. He's demanding new laws to cap overseas council spending and enforce public oversight. His team uncovered a revolving door, ex-staff returning as high-paid consultants, rubber-stamping decisions. Failure is rewarded. Scrutiny vanishes. In Kent, 2 councillors have resigned and reviews are underway. Whistleblowers are stepping forward. One admitted approving overpriced contracts under pressure, a potential legal flashpoint. Labour says these are isolated incidents. Farage calls it systemic. This isn't left or right, it's right and wrong. A Reform UK poll shows 70% believe council waste is out of control. Nearly half no longer trust local government. In Reform-led councils, change is underway, perks cut, contracts reviewed, and budgets scrutinised line by line. But beneath every scandal, more may lurk. Meanwhile, immigration is pushing councils to breaking point. Farage says he warned of this and was ignored. Now, unplanned migrant placements are overwhelming services. In one Midlands town, 200 migrants were housed in a disused hotel with 48 hours notice. No consultation, no prep. The financial toll is severe. Over £120 million a year goes to temporary housing. Funds meant for education and care are being diverted to emergency shelter and translation services. In coastal towns like Skegness and Hastings, hotels once used by families are now migrant housing zones. In Parliament, Farage blasted Labour and the Tories for collapsing local services through reckless immigration. Labour MPs heckled and walked out. Farage stood firm. You can boo all you like, your policies betrayed the people. Internal Home Office memos show councils warned of collapse, then told to stay silent. In one northern town, 3,000 residents protested the conversion of a school into migrant housing. Farage was there. This isn't about race, it's about control, and that control is gone. Reform UK is gaining momentum. Membership is growing. poll numbers are rising. Farage is demanding a freeze on new migrant placements, emergency support for overwhelmed communities, and above all, accountability. Because for too long, local councils have failed, and the British people have paid the price.